Hey, what's going on, guys? Richie Figs here, back with another video, and yeah, this one's kind of bittersweet just because we've come to the end of the line of Wave 4, and this is the last figure that we have any type of knowledge on as of right now. This could change tomorrow, but as of right now, it's been absolutely tumbleweeds with the Jada toys as far as any new information. Right now, Dalsim, Bison are rolling out. The next ones to come after that are going to be Wave 3. Those will probably hit Target stores probably May, June. May might be a stretch. Probably June, July. And that's going to include Cammy, that's going to include Guile, and that's going to include DJ. So maybe we could do some follow-up videos as those videos get closer. But as of right now, it's just been kind of crickets on the Jada front. June hasn't done any interviews as of lately that I've seen. I think the earliest or the most latest one was one all the way back in January. So there's just not a lot of news to report. So I apologize on that front. In the meantime, I am going to be uploading other figure review videos. I got Scarlet Spider that I want to do, and some other ones that are coming out, and some news videos on the Marvel Legends, McFarlane front, stuff like that. But in the meantime, what are we doing today? Sagat. That's what we're doing. And this is the biggest figure of the line. So last the best of all the game, I guess you could say, because this guy is huge. The only other character that is going to be bigger than this guy is going to be T-Hawk. And I don't even know how they're going to do T-Hawk, because not only is T-Hawk bigger, he's like 7 foot something. I think he's 7'4" or 7'9", but he's also thicker than Sagat. So that figure is going to cost probably $60. So that thing's going to be like 12 inches, 11 inches, and then just a shit ton of plastic. So very interesting to see what they do with T-Hawk. That thing's going to be insane. But today, we've got Sagat. We got a lot of information. This is the video on what we know so far on Wave 4 Sagat. Let's do it. All right, going over our first picture is going to be one of the most recent photos that we have of the packaging from the London Toy Fair, UK. So, very cool. Like I said, I think the only thing that I mentioned that looked a little off is he's a big, tall, skinny figure, and there's just not a lot of filler to go in the packaging, which is cool because you can see his background really nice. But as you can see, standard Jada, but these packages are going to be bigger. So this is going to be of the deluxe figure line. So as I mentioned, the deluxe figures are going to be a little bit more pricey. I believe $30 to $35 is what they're saying. I mean, would really anyone argue at this point for a figure that's going to be bigger and still getting a ton of accessories? I don't think so. This thing's still going to sell right off the shelves as soon as it hits. But as you can see, comes with additional, like a grappling hand, comes with fists on him, comes with a stoic head, and then also gets a little grit face. I like the grit face on this one, and then also gets a plastic effect. Looks good to me. I'm excited for this one. This next photo is just going to be a close-up of the accessories minus the little fireball effect, which isn't much to look at anyways, but it is cooler to kind of get a better look at the head sculpts. As you can see, the stoic head. The stoic heads are actually becoming my favorite of the line over the gritting faces, but I do like his gritting face a lot too. Grappling hands are nice. There's a lot of detail here on the scar too, on his chest, which is really cool. And as you can see, all the articulation is going to be there. This dude's going to be hefty. He's going to be fun to pose around. Guys, I'm looking at another photo from the London Toy Fair, and great news here because I totally spaced. We do have one more video from one of the characters of Wave 4, Vega and Sagat. I forgot I have not done Vega yet, and, well, I guess we'll be getting a Vega video in the future, but just looking, this one, to me, I wanted to include this picture just because of the size difference of the packaging. As you can see, Vega is in the normal traditional packaging, Sagat being in the deluxe packaging. As you can see, it's about 2.5 inches bigger, and a lot wider, probably almost closer to 3 inches on the width. Compared to the other box. So as you can see, I mean, even if this thing costs $40, I don't really see anybody complaining, especially with the quality of the figures. Everybody's going to want this figure, if not 2 or 3. This picture here, this is actually one of the earliest photos I think we have of Sagat. This is SDCC, July of last year, 2023. First time we saw this guy, and for probably being like one of their first molds, or first batches of this figure before actually kind of getting to mess around with it, tinker. I mean, look at the sculpt already. The fact that they get to improve on this sculpt already, and it already looking like pretty much a 9 out of 10 for me just off this photo alone, You know this one's going to be just insane. Next photo is a picture of June actually holding up the Sagat figure. As you can see, he's big. He is a big guy, man. This figure is a big... I mean, I'm probably going to state this at least 15 more times in this video and counting. Like, this guy is going to be just a big guy, like an enormous figure. If you have any experience with the Storm figure, he towers over the rest of the other figures like Ryu and Ken, and rightfully so. That is the character, but... looking at, when I do the research on these, I truly do, like, my excitement's not all the way there, but on this one, it's gaining, man, and it might be, I'm hoping these hit this year, but the scheduled release for these, he said, is late Q4. Could that roll into an early 2025 like Ken did? Probably, but, I'm going to stay optimistic and hope we see these maybe as early as November, but maybe as late as early January. This is going to be a comparison side by side of Sagat next to the other deluxe figure in the line of Wave 4, which is going to be Blanka. And Blanka looks like a normal size figure compared to Sagat. Like, he easily has like 2 or 3 inches on the Blanka figure, which Blanka is a little bit of a thicker dude, so he does have him there. But as far as height is concerned, Sagat's got him, and this is June just doing a little side by side here. And like I said, for them being in their first stages of their molds for what he's got, these are going to be epic, man, like, crazy. Taking a look at Sagat next to the normal size figures, this one actually being a normal size figure in Ryu, you can see the height difference. Like, he's barely coming up to his chest. He's going to have to wrench that neck upwards to get a good look at Sagat, and it's perfect. The sizing's perfect. It's just, what else can you say here? I mean, it's everything that you're going to want in a Sagat figure. At this photo here, June just holding up the effect piece of the Sagat. Nothing too crazy on this one. Still cool. I mean, I love the fact that we even get any type of effects with these figures at all is definitely a plus. But nothing too crazy, just like a normal fireball. It looks like actually a little bit less of a fire. It's kind of like the first layer of the Ryu fireball that we got. Just different translucent colors. Still looks cool to me. I'll take it all day. Alright guys, finishing up some of the last photos here. Another picture of June just holding up the extra head sculpt. As you can see, it is the gritting face. They look great to me. Like I said, I would love to see some of the more open mouth, like yelling head sculpts. We've seen a couple as we've gotten Dalsim and Chun-Li. And then we did see also, Fei Long in his deluxe player 2 packages. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're going to just release like player 2. I assume we're just going to get a ton of repaints and a bunch of player 2 deluxe figures, but hey, I'm here for them all day. The ones that we get are great, and like I said, for this being in its this was early, like this live stream, shout out to Toy Migos. Make sure you guys always go check out the live. If you want to see more information or in-depth conversation on the figures itself, link to Toy Migos channel is in the description below of their live streams. Make sure you go watch them, give them a subscription, everything like that. But yeah, the fact that these are in like as good as they look in their first stage, like before they really got to tinker and kind of adjust everything, which they do a total of like 4 different modifications before they submit for the final figure product, is crazy, man. That like this is Sagat. This is perfect. As that is going to be the overview, the breakdown, everything we know about Wave 4 Sagat Deluxe Edition figure, and it is going to be deluxe. It is going to be bigger. It is going to have a bigger price tag, anywhere from $30 to $40. As far as release date, could be probably in Targets as early as November, December. And it's going to be as late as retailers online as far as like Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I would guess probably February, March. But I do expect these to hopefully hit this year. But it's hard to say because you haven't really heard anything much about Jada this as far as their production moving along faster or anything. June hasn't really done an interview since January, so we don't really have any updates or anything like that. If production's running slow, if production is sped up, there's really just no information there. But if there is anything that drops, best believe I'll make a video on it and let you know. Again, shout out to Toy Migos. A few of these photos were taken from those live streams. I did put a link to their channel in the description below, so if you do want to go catch June and the Toy Migos and what they were talking about in these figures in Wave 4, make sure you go check them out, give them a subscription, all that. And, well, we do have one more figure that I realized I had forgot while making this in Vega, so that'll probably be the last one unless we get some mega news, which we should be getting some news here soon about those deluxe Player 2s as far as Chun-Li, Fei Long, and Violent Ken. So those should be coming. I have a feeling they're going to just be a bunch of SDCC releases, but we'll see. We'll see. Either way, I'll keep you updated on that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've posted, but again, not a lot of Jada news out there, and well, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do these other figure reviews as far as the Marvel Legends, McFarlane's, etc. So, trying to give you better quality on those videos. So, in the meantime, hopefully this should hold you over for a little bit. And, well, I guess we'll just see you on the next one. Until then, Richie Figs, later.